Hi everyone! A few years back I used to do these coffee talk videos where I would just sit down, have some coffee or tea and talk about a topic. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Today we're gonna talk about gendered words and languages, and more accurately we're probably gonna rant about them. I don't understand why it's a thing. This is something that I don't really have to consider that much because both languages that I speak, English and Norwegian, they don't really have gendered words, but a lot of languages do, and in some of them there just aren't any neutral or gender neutral words at all, which makes me feel so bad for the thousands, maybe millions of people who just get misgendered constantly. By the way, I'm just gonna say I'm a cis woman, so I don't have the proper insight into this. This is just something that bothers me or like frustrates me, but it doesn't affect me personally. I love that there's been a lot more focus on gender neutral language recently. More and more people are becoming aware of it and more people are making an effort, which is great, but it's still really annoying that it's not always possible for people to even be considerate when it comes to language, because if they want to say something about someone or to someone and they don't even have an option to say it for that person's gender identity, which is... Imagine if you want to say something to someone and then you don't even have the option to tailor it to their gender identity. Having so many gendered nouns and adjectives and all of this is just increasing trans people or non-binary people being misgendered. And even if a person wants to give someone a compliment, it can still turn into an insult. If you want to give someone a compliment, you're probably trying to make them feel good, and then you're just gonna do the opposite. Why aren't there gender neutral words? It's so dumb. I feel like a lot of languages will just have to be like restructured or whatever, because this is not sustainable. I know, almost spilled my coffee. It's not a good idea to rant while you're holding coffee. I know focusing on genders and getting pronouns right and all this can feel like a lot of work for some people, which it's not a lot of effort. Come on, it's not that hard. But we really need to make a collective effort to use more gender neutral language and use more inclusive words and move away from gendered words and gendered ways of talking to people and talking about people. Gender shouldn't really matter. It shouldn't change how you talk to someone or change anything. So there's no point in changing the words depending on what gender the person is. If that is a pretty boy, that is a pretty boy. If that's a pretty non-binary person, that's a pretty non-binary person. If it's a pretty girl, it's a pretty girl. Why do we need different words for these? I don't understand. It's unnecessary. I really like how gender neutral Norwegian is. We also do have a third pronoun, which is neutral, which is amazing. I am so grateful, and I really hope we can lead as example and more people will get, you know, inspired. We also have a word that I talk about so much. It's one of my absolute favorite words, and it's kjæreste, which is a gender neutral word for boyfriend or girlfriend. It literally just means dearest, so that is your dearest, but it's the word you would use about your partner. And when you say that someone is your kjæreste, you have no idea what gender that person is, and I love that. I love that it takes away the focus of the gender, because the gender does not matter. It doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or if the person you're with identifies with the gender at all. Who cares? Now this whole building heard me say this. I'm so loud. I am sorry. I was like, maybe I should bring back these types of videos, but then I'm like, I get so worked up. I don't know if this is a good idea. So yeah, we just gotta keep working on moving towards a better way of talking about people. So ask people for their pronouns, tell people about your pronouns, put them in your Twitter bio. Please everyone do that. Normalize doing that. It makes me so happy to see that so many people are doing it, and it helps. Let's make this society more inclusive, shall we? It's not even that hard. It's not that hard to be a decent person, and it's not that hard to just be considerate. I don't want to get into like a passive-aggressive state in this video, so let's just end it here, shall we? Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on this, please feel free to share them down below. This is a very interesting topic. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you want more coffee/tea talks, maybe we should bring them back. I don't know. I shall see you next Friday. Keep up the good vibes. Bye!